What did the drummer call his two daughters? Anna 1, Anna 2. Don't forget, comment your jokes down below. Right, so hello again everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the VidStick Plus from Buzz TV. Now, although we've already got a lot of stick Android devices such as the Fire Sticks, we've got the Xiaomi Mi TV stick, you could class the Google Chromecast as well, and also the X96S I think it is, Buzz TV are more targeted towards using it with IPTV. But this is the first time I've tried a Buzz TV device, so it will be interesting to get it started up and to see how it performs and is it worth the money and is it worth buying. Right, so that being said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's crack on. Right, so first of all, I want to thank Buzz TV for sending this product out to review, and if you are interested at looking at it, I will leave links in the description down below. One thing I will say is, although Buzz TV sent me this free of charge, it will be a full honest review, and if you already own any of the Buzz TV devices, do let me know in the comment section down below what you think of them. So the VidStick Plus, we get to the packaging. This is something they've put a lot of thought into. You're going to see the box as just a box. On the back, we have got an image telling us a bit about the VidStick. It's running Android 9. It's capable of 4K Ultra HD. It's got dual band Wi-Fi. It's got 4GB of DDR4 RAM, which is pretty impressive. It's got 32GB of internal storage, and something that a lot of people will find very appealing is it's got a dedicated USB 3.0 port and also a micro SD card slot. So you're going to be able to add external storage easily, or even add in your external media, so any movies, TV shows you've got on a USB, it's going to be easy for you to put them onto the stick. If we open up the box, you're going to see you've got the VidStick in the top, and then in the bottom we've got different compartments for each accessory. And like we said, a lot of thought went into this. Even one of the boxes has got a hole in so you don't struggle getting them out. So one is the power supply, and it's universal, so it's got adapters for each region. So you've got the UK, and I'm guessing the other two are the US and Europe. You've got the HDMI extender, so if you struggle to plug in the VidStick straight into your TV, you can use that extender. And that box has also got the IR sensor in as well. The IR sensor is for the remote, but I'm hoping that the remote works without it, so it just saves me having to plug in more cables. And then in the last box it says remote controller with a velvet bag. So if we just get in here, comes with two AAA batteries as well, which is something we don't really see very often. Get this out of here. I like that. What's that? That remote's massive. Massive, but it feels nice. And as you can see, we've got dedicated live TV and TV guide buttons. We've got video on demand, TV series, PVR, server. There's really everything that you're going to need on there. And another thing is, the remote is backlit. And then this is the velvet bag. I personally don't need that velvet bag. But if you're using the device for travelling or you just want a velvet bag, it is a nice little addition though that they've chucked in. And then if we take a look at the VidStick itself, something that jumps out at me straight away is it does have ventilation. This is going to prevent any overheating, so it's very nice to see that. On one side we've got nothing, on the other side we've got the port for the IR sensor, the micro USB port, so that's for the power, and then we've also got the micro SD card slot. And then on the back of the VidStick we've got the USB 3.0 port. Another thing is, on the bottom of the VidStick you've got the serial number of the device and also the MAC address. And for those of you who use IPTV and use apps that require the MAC address, you're going to know that that is quite useful. And although the packaging looks very premium, very nice to open, that doesn't mean to say the device is going to be worth it and work well. But it's going to be interesting to get it started up and see how it performs with different tasks. And I'm just going to stop talking and start it up. Let's crack on. Right, so when first launching the box, it loads up a little different to what we're used to seeing from your basic Chinese boxes. It's very basic, but it's also very easy to navigate. And that's one thing that's jumped out at me while I've just been loading things up. This remote, it navigates awesome. A lot better than I expected. Whenever I'm clicking, it's navigating really fast. There's no lag, no delay. And that's one thing that I like to look at when I review different devices is how does it perform when you're navigating around. And I've got to admit, this is really, really responsive. So on the home screen, you can see at the top live TV, video on demand, TV series and EPG. And then you've got a box at the right hand side there as well. And this is where your IPTV will still play in a window. Now I'll show you a little bit more about that shortly, but let's take a look at the apps. I've already installed a couple of apps onto this, but I will put an image up now of the apps that when I first launched it, which were pre-installed. If I go back home, you're going to see you've got the option to add applications to your home screen. So any of your favourite apps that you like to use, you can click on them, add it to your home screen. And I'll do the same for Rally Fury as well. When I click on home, you're going to see that they've been added. I did stutter a bit then because I didn't know if they'd been added. So you can access the apps by clicking all apps, but you've also got an app store on the home page, which is Aptoide TV. Now Aptoide TV I highly rate. There's some brilliant apps in there. It's literally like a Google Play Store, but with third-party apps as well as official apps. So it's nice to see that they've got this app store, so Aptoide TV, already pre-installed and built in to their launcher. If we go down to settings, we just take a quick look in here. You're going to see device preferences and we'll click on about. And you can see it's VidStick Plus and we're running Android 9. And then you've got all your different settings that you're used to seeing on your Android TV boxes. One thing that I do like as well is you've got Buzz TV utilities. Now if I click on this, you've got a few different options. Now I like this because you've got the option for a system update, so you know it supports updates, so the box isn't going to be outdated in 6 months' time. You've got a backup and restore option, meaning you can plug in an external USB, back up everything from the device onto that USB, and then you're able to restore it as well. You've got home screen rows, so you can customize it a little bit. So favorites, I'll put all them on. Power options, navigation bar. The navigation bar, you've got the option at the bottom, so it's like a mobile phone kind of look. I prefer to have that off, but it is an option if you do prefer to have that bar. And then you've got home screen. Now inside here, you've got 3 different launchers, which is very nice because it allows you to customize it differently to whatever suits you better. So at the moment we're set to Buzz TV Modern, which I prefer, but if I go to the Classic, you're going to see it now shows like this. Once again, very, very basic and very easy to navigate. And then to change it back, I simply go into Settings, go into Utilities, go back there, change it back to Buzz TV Modern, and there you go. And now if I go down, you're going to see I added these couple of rows. Now I've not really watched any channels or any video on demand, so it's not going to add none of those favourites into there yet. But you will start to see those populate the more you use the device. So now if we go to server settings, this is how we are going to add your IPTV service onto the VidStick Plus. So you've got the option for server line, streaming line, and also M3U. So whichever IPTV service that you do use, make sure you're able to get this information to be able to put it onto the device. A lot of IPTV services don't give you an M3U anymore, they don't give you the portal address, and they are the things that you're going to need to be able to do it. And then all you need to do is add a playlist or add a streaming line, and then there you go, it'll link up. So once you've done that, we can click on live TV. Let me turn the volume down. So I will need to blur a lot of this out because of copyright, but as you can see, it loads straight up like that. If I click the back button, we've still got a little window playing, and then we've got the channel list on the left-hand side with an EPG below the playing window. If I click left again, you're going to get all the options of the different categories that your IPTV service provides. I can click on the menu button, and then you're going to get different options inside here as well. So if you want to switch to VOD, but you don't want to go back home, I can click on video on demand and it's going to take me straight in there. It'll take you to recently watched. It also has the resume feature as well. So if you don't finish watching something, you're able to resume that. And then there you go. It's like any other streaming app, but obviously you need to check that your IPTV service does have a VOD section or a VOD collection. So then you've got the option for TV series as well. If you press the menu button, you've got the EPG. So this is going to have a full TV guide. As you can see, it's going to tell you what's playing. And then at the bottom, you can see it says, click the red button to change categories. And if we go into the menu again, you're going to see you've got the PVR option, meaning you can record live TV channels. So at the moment, I've got no recordings available or saved. You've got scheduled recordings, which I haven't got any. You can manually schedule recordings. So whichever one that you want, whichever channel you want to record, at whichever time, on whichever date, you can set up that to record the channel, which is a really, really cool feature. And then on the end, you've got the option for storage. Now, I wouldn't use the internal memory or internal storage to store any of those recordings, but simply adding a USB device, you can record straight to that, so you're not using any of the internal memory. And then also, that USB could have 64GB of free storage for you to record as many times as you'd like. And on the menu, once again, you've got a parental control if you want to set one of those. We've got server settings if you want to go back and add a server or change anything with a server. I'm also guessing you can add multiple different servers or services to this device. And then at the bottom, if we go and look at configuration, you've got a few different things you can do inside here as well. You can clear the EPG, you can change the time format. And at the bottom, you can also choose to start the IPTV on boot. So whenever you turn on the vid stick, it will automatically start the IPTV playing. And then if we click on the home button, that window we showed you at the beginning of the video, you're going to see it actually appears there playing the content that you've just been playing inside the live TV section. Now, I'm not actually sure how you turn this off while you're inside here, so what I had to do is click on it and go to menu, and I went to server settings, then clicking the home button, and that turned it off. You can also add third-party applications, so your movie and TV show apps, different live TV apps. I've got BTV here, I'll just launch that just to show you. Then as you can see, that loads up, we can highlight the top bar, everything's working, ding-dangly-do. If we go back into the apps, you're able to install File Linked, APK Time. You've got Netflix, but it's not the Android TV version. It only supports up to 520p, so the resolution is dog shit. And that's one of the main downfalls with these devices. So if you're somebody that likes to use Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, Disney+, the Buzz TV devices don't support those. Well, they do support them, but not in full resolution, so it's no point in trying to even watch something. So that is worth noting. But like we said, this is based more at an IPTV user, and 9 times out of 10, you're not going to need any of those official streaming apps. So now we're quickly going to look how 4K content plays inside of YouTube. So I'm going to click on this 4K video here, give it a couple of moments just to load up, and as you can see, that's playing fine. The colours do look a tiny bit faded, but I don't know why that is. If I go to more, we're going to click on quality. It's already playing in 4K and it's playing smooth. And we'll get the stats for nerds up as well so you can see anything there. We're going to see it's got 8 dropped frames from over 1200, but that's playing really, really good. And now this video's gone on for quite a long time, so I want to get it over and done with now and give you my opinion on it. But I'm going to pair up an Xbox controller and try playing a driving game on the VidStick Plus. So I've put my Xbox controller into pairing mode. I'm going to go to remotes and accessories and see if I can add an accessory being the Xbox controller. Detects it straight away, click it, it's going to say pairing. Then hopefully we're going to get a solid light on the Xbox remote and it's going to say paired. It's asking for a pairing request, so I'm going to click on pair, and now you can see that is done. So now let's open up Rally Fury. I got this game from Aptoide TV, which is the built-in app store as we saw, and I've got to admit, it's very rare that I've seen this app install so fast onto an Android device. So I've clicked the A button, the controller seems to be working. Let's have a go at driving. It all seems to be working fine. I've not had to pair any buttons or anything. It's just working straight away. Oops. Something I try to look at is at the edges of the screen, can you see it stuttering? And it looks really smooth. So if you want the option to do a little bit of Android gaming as well on an IPTV device, then this is actually a pretty good option. Let me just go and crash now just to get it over and done with. Bang! And one of the last features I'm going to show you as well is you've got the home button on the remote, and watching the bottom middle of the screen, if I double click it, you're going to see 7 applications closed. So rather than having to go into the settings and force close every app that's running in the background, you can double click the home button and that's going to force close any apps that are running in the background. And then obviously you've got the quick keys on the remote for VOD, so video on demand, I've just clicked it there and you can see that those are working. They direct you straight to the VOD section. Now, we could actually talk about this device for a very long time because it's a bit different in how it's laid out and what it's targeted at. And to be honest with you, when I first got it, I didn't have very high expectations. I thought it was just going to be like any random Android box that you get from China that's absolutely dog shit. One last thing I need to show you again is that it has got a built-in mouse function on the remote, and it is very easy to navigate, and it's also very smooth. Once again, on your Chinese Android boxes, you get lag on it, and it's hard to navigate, and it's just dog shit. But the VidStick Plus, for people who use IPTV, and like I said, make sure you check with an IPTV provider you can get the details needed, I think I would recommend it. It is I think I might try it myself as well as a main box for IPTV. The only downfall I've really found with it is the fact that it doesn't support official Netflix, Prime Video, and official streaming services. But if those don't appeal to you, then I can't see why this device wouldn't be a good device for you. But I'm impressed, and I've got some more Android boxes from Buzz TV to review as well. And usually if a device is dog shit, I don't bother, but I think I'm going to do a review on those as well because it's not very often now that a device actually impresses me, and the VidStick Plus, it is quite impressive. And I also think that's why a lot of companies now they won't send me their devices to review because I'm probably a bit too honest about things. But Buzz TV were confident. They sent me all the devices out. There's some behind me on the desk as well. And I've got to say, would I recommend this device to a streamer who uses IPTV and doesn't use official streaming apps like Netflix and that? Yes, I would. I didn't think I was going to be, but yes, I'm very impressed with it. And like I said, I will leave links in the description down below. Right, so I apologise that was one long-ass video, but with it being a bit different to what we're used to seeing, there were a bit more things to cover, and I wanted you to know everything. But now I've finished talking, and that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And I'll see you soon. Ta-da! So and something a lot of people will find appealing is it's got a dedicated So you're going to be able to add external storage easily, record from the compartments for each bit. If I go back home, you're going to see you've got the option. So you can access. You're going to the menu again. You're going to see and clicking the menu a ben. So now we'd want. Yeah. And it's pretty massive, to be fair, but it feels really nice, and we're talking about the remote as well. and another, fuck, I can't carry it on. And then in the other box you've got it's too long, way too fucking long. 10 minutes in.